Hello guys, I greet you all according to your time frame. Welcome back to my channel. My returning subscribers, I thank you very well. And if you are stopping by for the first time, please don't leave without subscribing to my channel. So without taking your time, today we are going to learn how to make this crossbody bag that is being displayed here. So let's get started. Okay guys, this is the leather we are using for this tutorial. What I have here is 9 1/4 by 7, and I have 2 pieces of it, and I have my up and down gusset. This is by 3 inches, and what I have here is 18 1/4 inches, while what I have here is 14 1/4 inches. So this one I'm going to split it into 2. So I have my zip cloth, I have my zip head. So I also have this leather that I want to use for the small pockets that I will attach to this cross bag. So what I have here is 3 inches by width, and the length is 4 1/2. So I just gave it a freehand shape to curve it up and also shape the down small. That's what I did on this one. So what I'm going to do next now is, for this one now, I'm going to put it on my lining this way and stitch it round. I'll put the second one and also stitch it round. That's what I'm doing on this one. Then for this, I'm going to keep my gusset aside. I'm going to shape the up and the down of this. I'm going to shape it now. So I'm using this object to shape it. It's just a small curve I'll give it. You shape it the way you want. So I'm shaping the 4 edges equally to be equal. So what I did on this one is what I will do on the second one. So I'm going to pick one of these. From this up here, I'm going to measure 2 inches. I'm taking 2 inches from this up. So I'll connect it as a straight line, the 2 inches. So now I'm going to cut it through. So what I'm going to do on this now is, I'm going to bring my lining. This is my lining. I'll put it wrong side of my leather facing the wrong side of my lining this way. I will stitch it round. I will also place this here and also stitch it round. So after sewing it together with my lining, this is what I have. So now I'm going to sew my zip cloth to it. This is the right side of my leather and this is the right side of my zip cloth. I will put it right side facing each other. Then I will stitch it. After stitching it, I'll flip it over and top stitch. Okay, this is what I have after sewing it and top stitching. So I'm going to place this one, the leather right side facing the right side of the zipper on this side. I will sew it. After sewing it, I'll flip it over and also top stitch on it. So after top stitching it, this is what I have now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix my zip head. After fixing my zip head, you bring it together this way. You notch the up and also notch the down. So you can see I've touched my own midpoint both up and down. So let me just fix my zip head now. Okay, now fix the zip head. This is what I have now after fixing the zip head. So now that I've fixed the zip head, the next thing I'm going to do now is to pipe it. So what I'm going to do now, bring my lining. This is my lining now. I'll put it on top of my lining this way. Then we start our piping from the middle. We put your cord and sew it round, pipe it round together with the lining under. If you don't know how to pipe your bag, check on the channel, just scroll down my videos. You will see I've made a video on how to pipe your bags. So I'm going to pipe the front and also the back. I will also pipe the back. Okay guys, you can see I'm done piping it round. You see it? So this is our pocket now for this. I've created pocket for it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep these two aside while we work on the gusset. Okay guys, now I'm going to work on this down gusset. So I'm going to sew my belt to it. This belt I have here is about 40 inches long. If you want it to be longer, you can increase it. So I will put it here. I will make sure that the allowance I have on both sides is equal. Then I will stitch it down. So on this other side of the gusset, I will bring my rectangle holder, my rectangle ring. I will place it. See, this ring has to face this way, so I will put it here. I will also make sure that I centralize it here. The space I have here will be the same with what I have here. I will sew it down. So that's what I'm going to do for this one now. So for this down gusset, I've divided it into two. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring my lining. This is the right side of my lining. I will place my zip cloth on the right side of my lining. Then I will place my leather on top of it. I will sew it down. After sewing it, I will flip it over and top stitch. Okay guys, you can see I'm done sewing my one side of my zip and top stitches. So I'm going to sew the second side. I'll also put my lining this way. Now I'll put my zip cloth on top of it this way. Then I will now put my leather on top. Right side of my leather facing the right side of my zip cloth, and make sure that my leather is equal on the both sides. I will stitch it. After stitching, I will flip it over together with the lining and top stitch on it. So after sewing my belt and my adjuster, this is what I have now. So this is what I have now after sewing my upper gusset together to my zipper cloth. I've also fixed the zip head. Don't forget to fix your zip head. If you don't know how to fix zip head, watch my previous videos. You will see how I fixed my zip heads. So now I'm going to join this upper gusset together with the down gusset. So as this my upper gusset is like this, I will bring my lining. I'll put it on top. I'll put my gusset on top of my lining this way. I'll bring my upper gusset and put it right side facing each other. If you do the right thing, everything will be equal by the time you are done joining the upper gusset. See it? So you put it this way, right side facing each other. Align everything together with the lining. So I will stitch it here. I will also come to this side, bring it together this way, bring the lining together and stitch it. After stitching it, I will flip it over and top stitch on it. So I'm done joining my gusset together. This is what I have. I've also sewn my down gusset together with the lining. So this is what I have. So now if you look at it very well, I have notched my center. what I did is that I brought the two joining points together this way. I brought it together this way. Make sure that it's equal on both sides. Then I now notch the two sides of the up and also the two sides of the down. So now is the time to join our gusset, sew our gusset to our main body. So this upper side that there is zipper is the up of the bag, which is this way. So I'm going to match the two notch points together this way. I will come to the down side and also match the two notch points together. So I will take it to my sewing machine and arrange it and sew it round. I will also turn to this side. Put your belt inside the upper side, which is this zipper. At this back, this place that has taping is the down side, so it has to be on the down gusset. You match it together, match the notch points together. Match the upper one together also. So now that I'm done matching it together, and look at what I have. So I'm going to sew it round this way. I will also turn to this side and also sew it round. Okay guys, you can see I'm done sewing my gusset to my front and back leather. This is what I have now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to tape my work so that my work will be neat. That's what I'm going to do now. So I'm done taping my bag now. This is what I have. So we are going to open it to the right side. Now move to the purse. The purse that I will attach to it to move to this. So what I'm going to do now is, when I measured it round, I got 13 inches. So you divide it into two. You decide how long you want your zipper to be and how short you want the down gusset to be. So the wideness of the gusset is exactly the size of my zip cloth. So what I'll do now is I put it together this way. I'll put my lining under my zip cloth this way. I will stitch it here. I will bring this side together this way and stitch it. After stitching it, I'll flip it over and top stitch. As you can see, I've already fixed my zip head. Don't forget not to fix yours. So I'm going to sew this now. So after sewing it, this is what I have. I've gone ahead to notch the midpoint. I've notched here and also here. I also notched the zip cloth on the two sides. Now it's time to sew it together. So I've notched my midpoint here and here. I'll turn this to the wrong side. This zipper side will be on this shaped side. So I'll put it notch sides together. I will put the down notch point together also. I will take the second part. I want to notch the second part. I've not notched it. So I will turn it this way. I'll put the second one here, notch points together. Then on the down part, I will also put it notch point together. So I'm going to take it to my machine now to sew it round. So I'm done sewing it. This is what I have now. So I'm going to turn it to the right side. So this is what I have now. So I'm going to fix this on it. So I'm going to keep it aside now. I'm going to sew the handle of my bag. So I'm doing that off camera. If you don't know how to sew the handle, watch my previous tutorial. You will know how to sew the handle. Okay guys, this is what I have now after turning to the right side. I've attached my small pocket. This is what I have. So now I'm going to sew my handle. I've already fixed it. Like I said earlier, if you don't know how to fix it, watch my previous tutorial. So I will sew it and my bag will be ready. If you have watched to this extent and you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so to support me. Like my videos, share my videos. God bless you for watching. Thank you and see you in our next tutorial. So this, after sewing my belt, this is what I have now. This is the finished work. If you have watched to this extent and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to support me. My returning subscriber, I keep on thanking you people because you people are the best. So this is what we have now. You can give it a try. It's very easy to make. Thank you and God bless you all. See you in the next tutorial.